Hello, I am Jonathan Crook, Print Technical Consultant for HP. In this video, I'm going to quickly show you how to set up tasks in HP Security Manager. Today, I'm using HP Security Manager 3.15 in Windows Server 2022. So tasks inside Security Manager are numerous from a policy perspective and also from devices perspective, right? And so if you've seen some of the device discovery video, right? During the setup of device discovery, you can actually go in and schedule it to periodically run here. So you can see here, I've got a discovery that's already set up and it's saying monthly and next run is August 15th, right? So, today is July 15th. In a month, it's going to run that discovery again. So during device setup, right, you set up those things. If you watch the policy creation video, right, policy creation, you don't actually set up a schedule during the policy creation phase, right? But for this purpose, right, we're going to go back to policies because we are going to come in here and we're going to take this video that we have here, we're going to check it off, and then we can say new task, right? And so when we do new task, this is where you're going to see a similar video to like when you saw with the device grouping, because now we can go in and say, okay, what devices do we want to push this policy to, right? So we could be choosing one of our auto groups, one of our manual groups, things like that, right? And so we're going to come in here, and for now, I'm just going to say the manual group because this policy has a couple things in there. And so now, just like policy naming, task naming can be crucial, right? Because tasks can be reran even if they're not scheduled, right? So being able to say, HR department, um, admin password policy, right? Having it and giving it a name that you recognize down the road is really good. The next thing here is, what are we doing? Are we only assessing the printers and reporting back, or are we actually assessing and remediating, right? And then emailing the results. So if you watch the policy creation video, this assess and remediate, this means that it's going to go in, it's going to fix the settings that it finds that are wrong based on the policy, but that one setting where you say do not remediate, it supersedes this. So even if we say remediate here, it's not going to remediate that setting that in particular. You can see here it's automatically chosen the policy, but guess what? We can go in here and we can go, you know what, let's do the admin password, right? And then this is where we set that frequency once again, right? So we come in here, we can say, you know what, once a month, we want to make sure that the printers are following the policy, right? The HR department, we want to make sure their passwords are good and all that stuff. And then we hit create. And so that's how you create the task for running a policy this way, right? So you can see here, we selected it, we hit new task, right? The other approach is, if you're in the tasks here, you can see there's a new task over here in this blue bar, right? So if we say new task, you're going to see the same exact window pop up. The only difference is it has not auto-selected a policy here, right? But we can still come in here. We can still go in and say, you know what, we're going to say color devices, um, color devices, color devices, admin password policy, right? Give it a name. We're going to assess only. We're going to say it's the admin password, and we're going to say this is quarterly, right? So you can create a policy, you can create a task from the policy page, right? By checking it off and hitting new task. You can create a new task from here, and you can see this one's running it right now, or you can say new task here as well. Now, like I said, with the naming, it's really crucial because you can come in here. As you can see, you can see some of these that are scheduled and some of these that are completed and they've only been running, right? So um, device discovery, verifications, most of the things that you run will show up here. And you can see what type it is here. Assess only, assess and remediate. This is the discovery. Now, one of the things I will tell you is that this website, the pages do not refresh themselves. That's why we have this big refresh button here. So don't be afraid to click on this refresh button and you can see this change to remaining assessments 3, right? And if I keep hitting refresh at some point, this number is going to go down. But you can come in here and say, you know what? I want to run this one again. I can actually check this off and you can see the start button shows up. I can come in here and click start, and then it's going to start this whole thing again. So you can see here it was a multi-range discovery. This is the device discovery. The other thing you can do is if you need to, you can come in here, you can say, you know what, I don't need this task anymore. So you can come in here, you can delete it as well, right? So you can remove tasks out. And so most of the time you're going to see the scheduled ones, and those are going to be pre-populated, and you're not, you delete that scheduled one, you're deleting that schedule, right? So if you're deleting any tasks, generally it's going to be the manual one-time run kind of things. But you can see here over on the left just how frequent they will be running, right? So that's how tasks work between device discovery and policies. I hope this has been informative for you. Have a great day.